Hey guys, before we start the video, I just want to say thanks for watching my channel. My last video about the Joshua Weissman cookbook has picked up a lot of traction and I've gotten a lot of subscribers and views for that, so I really appreciate that. I'm hoping once I get to 1,000 subscribers and I can get monetized, I can start doing cookbook raffles and any books that I had after reviews, I'd like to give those out. So if you could, just please subscribe and please enjoy my content. Anyway, back to the video. Thanks. In this video, I'll be reviewing the Franklin Barbecue Cookbook by Aaron Franklin. Aaron Franklin is a chef in Austin, Texas, who's well known for Franklin's barbecue. It's regarded as some of the best barbecue in Texas, which means the best barbecue in the world. He started out as a food truck in Austin in 2006, and his business grew from there. Now just trying to eat there, you gotta wait 5 hours in line and wake up really early in the morning. I've done it before. It's an awesome experience and the food's great. Aaron Franklin has also become kind of a celebrity chef. He showed up in many shows I've watched, like The Chef Show. He's even showed up in the Chef movie, the cameo. I thought that was kind of interesting. He's got a very peculiar personality. He's very traditionalist in my opinion. One answer that he had that I really liked was when someone asked if he was ever going to expand Franklin's, and he said, well, just because we make it bigger doesn't mean it's going to get better. So it just shows he's really passionate about just cooking brisket and just doing his little thing. I can really appreciate that about a chef. He's also started the Hot Luck Festival, which is a festival in Austin, Texas, where every year a lot of chefs come together and they kind of collaborate and people can go out and eat their creations. And I think it's a really fun event. I really like that Aaron Franklin is, he's kind of a traditionalist, but he also likes experimenting with things. He's a chef I really admire. In 2015, Aaron Franklin was also awarded the best chef in the Southwest by the James Beard Award, which shows that his cooking is nationally well regarded. This book is kind of the epitome of great cooking to me. It's very hyper-specific on one thing. It's very similar to the chicken and charcoal book, where that book was just yakitori and this book is just Texas barbecue. There's not that many recipes in this book, but the recipes go very in depth. The brisket recipe is about 8 pages long, and then there's a recipe for pork ribs, for pulled pork, and there's also recipes for sides and barbecue sauce, but it's not like exploding with recipes. It's just a very few. A lot of this book is on technique, what kind of smoker you need, different types of smokers, what kind of wood to use, where to find wood, where to find good meat, how to make sure the meat that you buy is quality, and the different analysis on brisket time. This book is really heavy on going over how to cook a brisket, talking about the best way to trim it, just using salt and pepper, the way the temperature works when cooking the brisket, and how to prepare it. It also gives a little bit of history on how his restaurant is run and how he does things, how all his workers know how to make an espresso. It's a very personal book and there's a lot to it, and you will learn so much about barbecue. I've used this book before to make a brisket, and using this book to cook a brisket, it really helped me on how in depth he went on the recipes. This isn't like a simple, this is how you cook brisket for 2 hours. These are the steps to cooking brisket, and let me elaborate on each step to make sure you have the perfect brisket. The only issue I have is over the smoker section. I think it's a bit outdated because there's so many great electronic smokers out now, and most of his smokers go over very traditional offset smokers. I know Franklin's a very big traditionalist, and he doesn't like using fancy new technique, but it might have been good just to have a small section on people who want to do smoking at home, because offset smokers take up a lot of space, and if someone's not very dedicated to barbecuing them, they might not want to go out and buy a offset smoker. Anyway, I love this book. I think it's a great book and you should have in your collection, and something you should read if you're really interested in doing great barbecue at home. If you're not interested in doing barbecue, it could just be fun to learn how to do barbecue, and maybe you could find something useful in this book. It's more of a guide than a recipe book, and I love books that are like this. Even one of my favorite food blogs, Just One Cookbook, recommends this book, and that website's about Japanese cooking, so you know that other people think this book is very important. I'm giving this book a 9 out of 10. However, I cannot recommend this book to you if you are a vegetarian or if you are a vegan. If you are those two things, please look elsewhere.